experience. Please join me in an enthusiastic welcome for Amit Patel.
Good morning. Archie, thank you so much. I don't have to tell you how much impact you make in the community here, not only as a football legend, but what you've done all around Central Ohio for the state, and of course, the Hollywood team from day one. You've become a part of our team now. Look forward to working with you. Special thanks to the Columbus and Central Ohio community for coming together and making this project happen as one team, one community, one goal, and one focus, and that being the rebirth of the West Side. Thanks to the West Side community for being not only a gracious host, starting out, as Tim pointed out before, welcoming us, soliciting us, embracing us, and then partnering with us for the future. Thank you so much for the entire West Side community, and looking forward to working with everyone here to make sure that our future is brighter than what it is even today. Mayor Coleman, special thanks to you and your wonderful staff that has worked relentlessly with me and my team to not only the past 18 months of some very trying times, but I also really appreciate your interest, your vested interest in looking not only at the property but on the people side, and making sure that we are aligned in our focus with Hollywood Casino and your administration working together for a brighter future of the West Side. Truly, truly appreciate your support. The next group of people that I want to thank here, you will very quickly see how passionate they are. And passion is one of the words that I've used in the last several months to describe what we're doing, whether it's building the casino, whether it's operating the casino, whether it's training programs, whether it's recruitment programs, whether it's looking at our processes, our product, our final touches. Very, very thankful to the very passionate team and a very proud team that has sacrificed so much to get to this point and work with us to get on board, and the sacrifices made by your families as well. Really, really appreciate to the 2,000 team members that are part of our family now. Thank you. Many thanks to Peter Carlino, our chairman and CEO, for setting the vision for the company that continues to motivate me to work on the operating principles of what Penn has established is a very, very unique operating principle that we operate by, and that would not have been possible without the chairman and CEO of our company setting that vision, and continues to be my motivating driver 11 years later with Penn. Another set of thanks that is very special to me as well is Tim Wilmot, our president. I met Tim almost 5 years ago, and I'll never forget, after my first meeting with Tim, he came back and he said, Amit, we need you as a general manager in Kansas City today, not next year, not 2 years from now, but today. Thanks for putting that faith in me, Tim. John Finnemore, who's right here with me, has been my mentor for the past 10 years at Penn. He's one of the unique individuals where I can say if I saw further is by standing on the shoulders of giants, John Finnemore would be that giant. He has allowed me to make mistakes and learn from them, become a good leader, and guided me through right and wrong, and always has been my mentor, a mentor that I could count on even at midnight to call and say, John, I'm stuck, and what do you think I should do? Without that type of guidance early on in my career, which started 10 years ago, I would not be able to be here and be a general manager of this property and heading up this flagship project that we have with our company. Thank you so much, John. One person at corporate that deserves my special thank you only because, as Archie pointed out, and the mayor pointed out as well, the glamour, the glitz, the product, they're very easy to make, they're very easy to duplicate. What is not easy to make and duplicate is the people side of our business. It is complex, it includes personalities, it includes emotions, it includes expressions, and no person is the same. And the person who has guided me through complex people, leadership strategies throughout my history here with Penn has been a guiding force on all of my leadership and executive development of the whole company, and consistently done that with me is our Senior VP of Human Resources at Penn National, Gene Clark. Gene, thank you. Thank you so much. So we are ready to get the excitement started. And before that, I want to say to the entire Penn National corporate team that has put faith in us here, everyone at corporate, please know that you will not be disappointed, and we are ready for this challenge, and you will be very proud of the way we operate this property for years to come. With that, I have the privilege of recognizing several Central Ohio organizations who have been doing fantastic work in our Central Ohio community for many, many years. And they are the entities that have done tremendous amount of goodwill charitable work in our community that has made the ultimate difference in having our community come together. And before I recognize them, and we have clearly the proceeds from our controlled demonstration that came through, that was a success beyond our wildest dreams, is the best way I can put it. And last Wednesday, we had an overwhelming response of our controlled demonstration that we conducted, and the whole community had the support and the enthusiasm that came through that was unparalleled and something that I haven't seen. To the entire Central Ohio community, my personal thanks to welcoming me and my family and my 2 kids. This could not have been a more welcoming community personally to me and professionally, from the school systems to the districts to the business entities to faith-based organizations. Everywhere I've been, my family has been welcomed across the board, and it is very, very uncommon to get this type of welcome from the day I landed here in Columbus 15 months ago. Thank you, everyone. I would like to welcome first the United Way of Central Ohio Chair and CEO, Janet Jackson, to come to the stage, please. I would also like to welcome Mark Kane, the CEO of Smooth Construction, and Louis Smoot Sr. Thank you. During the construction campaign, what we embarked on was a campaign for United Way that was first pushed by Janet, as you can imagine. She's very shy about this type of things, but takes tremendous amount of pride in making sure that we have aligned goals. And what we ended up doing was very unique, a campaign that we started with all of our construction workers and matching funds that would amplify our contribution during the construction period only, that was matched by Smooth Construction and Penn National, to come up with a contribution for United Way Central Ohio. And we have a check for you, Janet, and it's $55,000. Perfect. Yes, thank you. Thanks for coming. Yeah. Now for the organizations who have truly hit the jackpot, casino style, from our controlled demonstration. And as I said, jackpot only because the expected response was much more than anyone thought. For that, first I'd like to welcome Reverend Gene Brundage from the Hilltop Shalom Zone. From the first day I came here, and the very first month, Reverend Brundage, being a champion of the West Side community, came to see me and laid out the cards. It wasn't just, let's work on a donation. He is truly interested and has proven time and time again over the past 18 months to continue to partner with us in the community in very creative ways, in many organizations that go beyond just the monetary help. And the initiatives that Reverend Brundage has taken on the West Side has been truly inspirational to me personally as well. Thank you, Reverend. And we have a check for $62,000 for you. Thank you. If you would like to say a few words, sure.
Seldom am I overwhelmed, but seeing that check, Amit, moved greatly in that direction. So, the Greater Hilltop Shalom Zone is a young organization that started about 2 years ago. It's a partnership of faith-based organizations, educational institutions, and neighborhood residents and service agencies. We have the purpose of working on the west side of Columbus to improve our neighborhood and the lives of our residents. In our short history, we have conducted freedom schools, formed a drop-in teen club for at-risk youth, working with our partners, the YMCA and Franklin County Children's Services. We serve over 200 at-risk youth through that program. We sponsor a virtual high school, an after-school basketball program with our friends at Buckeye Ranch, run by volunteers of the Columbus Police and Fire Departments. We offer a free legal clinic, a free mediation center, and with our partners, we serve free food to the homeless and free meals at many of our neighborhood faith-based organizations. This is only a sampling of the many projects we're involved in. Soon after Amit Patel came to town as general manager of this facility, even in those early days, he graciously gave Bishop Joe Sprague and I a large amount of his time to hear about what we were doing and our dreams for the Shalom Zone. He has been a supporter and a friend ever since that meeting. He has a representative sitting on our board of directors, and he has asked nothing of us in return for his support and friendship. On behalf of the president of the Shalom Zone board, Dr. Annette Jefferson, and our board of directors, I want to thank him and the Hollywood Casino for this very generous gift. It will allow us to stabilize some of our administrative functions and to work on some new projects, including a free medical clinic. Amit and Hollywood Casino, thank you again for being a good neighbor.
The next organization that has made tremendous impact on the west side, in the Hilltop area particularly, when I first visited them in a very cold December last year month. And the amount of initiatives that they have at these institutions was truly moving, because one of the things that touched me personally about this organization is that they ended up serving 4,000 families that are in need of constant help on a day-to-day basis, from support with kids to support with adults, support with seniors. And these 4,000 member families on the west side could not have been supported better by none other than the YMCA. For YMCA, I'd like to welcome the Central Ohio President, Andrew Roberts. He's here. Andrew, please. And Paul Westenheffer. We also have a check for $62,000 for you. Thank you. Please go ahead.
Morning, everyone. I guess in this environment, I would say it's appropriate. I'd rather be lucky than good. Amit preceded me in this community by about 6 months, and I met with him at the Florentine restaurant, and I hadn't even been to the Hilltop YMCA yet, and he proceeded to tell me that that institution was one of the foundational institutions over here on the west side, and as a new member of this community, he had heard that from other people. So I am truly humbled to stand here before you today on behalf of people like Paul and our board of directors and all the wonderful volunteers that help us strengthen community through healthy living, youth development, and social responsibility. This money will go to help support the over $300,000 of scholarships that we offer to local families. We never turn anybody at the YMCA away due to their inability to pay. And I'm particularly happy to be sitting here today with Buster Douglas, who taught us all a little something about what we do with bullying. And so we handle it a little different these days, but it's good to be here in your company. Thank you so much.
I think you're starting to get the feel for how successful our control demonstration has been here. The next institution in line here, again, a very personal touch. We visited this location on West Mount Street, and this location ends up serving kids every day, 365 days a year. They open their kitchen up, and when I first visited this facility, well kept, and the one thing that we found common between Hollywood Casino and this institution is the amount of pride that is taken by people who volunteer at this institution. With that, I'd like to welcome Malcolm and Victoria Daniels from the Salvation Army on the West Mount Street, and the board member, Christy Prince.